To this story in his response to his opponent, Beto O'Rourke's town hall earlier. We're joined by Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, I went long on that interview, and I'm sorry because I probably took some of your time, but this is a great family from Texas. Their lives have been turned upside down and hearts broken. They don't even get a call from the former mayor of San Antonio, who's on TV, talking about this caravan thing and demonizing Donald Trump and all Republicans, and didn't even get a call from his brother, who's a congressman from the area where this kid was burned to death. What is going on in this country, Senator?
Well, Laura, thank you for having Ms. Vargas on and for telling her story and telling Jared's story. It's heartbreaking, it's tragic, and it never should have happened. And you're right that Democratic politicians, they turn a blind eye to the suffering, to the violent crimes that are committed. I was glad to hear her describe that she's been able to work with Chip Roy. Chip is my former chief of staff, and he's the Republican nominee for Congress out of San Antonio, and he's going to make a terrific congressman. And Ms. Vargas should not be suffering this. This individual, this illegal alien, committed multiple crimes, and our revolving door system lets criminals, drug criminals, violent criminals who are illegal aliens stay here. As you noted, he got a voluntary removal order, which he ignored, which is what happens. It's the reason we need to pass Kate's Law, which I authored in the Senate, that says that aggravated felon, violent criminal illegal aliens who enter the country illegally repeatedly should face a mandatory minimum prison sentence, so that violent criminals are not in our communities. They're not taking lives like the life of young Jared,
Senator.
but rather protect.
Yeah, this is just a DWI.
Well, you're right, but a DWI, we should have deported him when he committed a DWI, when he was arrested. He should have been put on a plane or put on a bus and sent back to the country he came from. We shouldn't be releasing illegal aliens who commit DWIs.
No,
and I've met too many Texans, too many people who've lost loved ones to illegal immigrants who are criminals, who commit DWIs, and it's wrong. And we need to protect our country, not allow criminals and drug dealers to come into the country illegally.
Senator, you did a fantastic job in the debate the other night with your opponent, Mr. O'Rourke. He was at a town hall earlier tonight and said this, and I'll get your reaction.
I decided that I could either spend the rest of the debate responding to every single dishonest thing that he said, or I could make sure that everyone understood exactly what he's doing. I said, look, he's dishonest. It's one of the reasons that he got tagged with this nickname, and that nickname resonates because it's true.
Yeah, obviously the Lyin Ted nickname, which was unfortunate from the primary. But now I guess he's quoting the president in order to make his case. I mean, it seems like there was no there there. I mean, I watched him. He's a good-looking guy. There's no there there. There's no, like, where's the beef?
Well, you can see the desperation in that debate where he was insulting me, he was attacking me, he called me a liar. What's striking is what he was responding to when he screamed liar. Is, I pointed out, that he voted in favor of a $10 a barrel tax on every barrel of oil produced in the state of Texas. And his response is not to engage in substance, but simply scream, liar, liar, liar. Well, facts matter. And we put up on our website, tedcruz.org, the exact text of the resolution that Congressman O'Rourke voted on. President Obama proposed a $10 a barrel tax on oil. Congress, the House of Representatives, brought up a resolution saying we don't want a $10 tax on every barrel of oil, and O'Rourke voted no. And his response is just to scream liar, and then that's not honest.
Senator, we're out of time, but we enjoyed that debate. I wouldn't want to debate you any day of the week. No thanks. Good luck, Beto. It's not going to happen.